Hey there, it's Kay, and thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my monthly estimated budget for March of 2021. But before we get into it, I just want to thank my returning subscribers. Thank you for being here with me again. And if you're new to my channel, I would love to see you subscribe down below and follow me on my financial journey, because we are so close to 500 subscribers, and I would actually love to get close to about 550 to the end of March. That would be like the best birthday present ever. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. So can you believe it, guys? We've already made it to March, but I was ahead of the game and I already have March's budget book posted for download in my Etsy store if you just wanted to support the channel. It is green for like St. Patty's Day, early spring type of vibes. When I did print it at home, I guess I ran out of yellow ink right in the beginning. So you can see it did end up blue on my side. And then when I go to color correct this video in the back end, it'll probably look even more blue than it does on my display here. But I am going to use the double page calendar spread because that's how I like it. I'm like, obviously I have terrible eyesight, so I need things really, really big. So first, let's go ahead and mark my paydays. And I like to do that with my Recollections Budget sticker book. I've been using this book since I started my journey here on YouTube, and I still have so many stickers in here. And I really like those page flag ones. I think I'm almost out, and they're back here somewhere. Yeah, I'm already like almost out. So let's pick a green one and light blue. Yeah, I guess light blue. It actually matches the blue that it ended up being. So that's cute. All right, so I have, hold on, I have my cheat sheet over here. Again, I am away from home still on work, so forgive the setup. It's not my regular setup. It's different than the setup I used for my February Paycheck 1. I just like the light on the floor here. It's a little bit more direct, but obviously you can see the shadow from my microphone. It's whatever, man. I'm just dealing with it. So we are gonna have 2 paydays included in my March budget. So we have Wednesday the 3rd and what's that, 17th, so St. Patrick's Day. And I have been able to reduce one of my bills. It's actually permanently gone. I got rid of my Samsung Cloud. I finally figured out how to download all my stuff so that I can cancel that subscription. So that's going to save me $1 a month, and that's going to come off my calendar. So let's see. This is the darkest screen I have, so let's use this one. And then so we have on the 5th we have a bill, and then on the 10th we have a bill. Then we have one on the 13th. And then we have one on the 15th. And that's everything that's going to be paid off of the first paycheck. And for the second paycheck, which is blue, so these actually look almost the same color blue. I'm going to use this one though. I have 2 bills for this pay period. So I have my Adobe Creative Cloud subscription, and let's get this. I have my rent, which would be due on the 31st, but since the 31st is going to be a payday and it's going to be part of April, I'm going to put it on the 30th. So March's budget is running from the 3rd of March to the 30th of March. So it's almost a majority of the month. All right, so let's go ahead and write everything in. So we're gonna have my credit union credit card due with minimum payment of $41. And then on the 10th, we have my cell phone bill, which is through Sprint due. That'll be $36. And then on the 13th, I have my car insurance, which is through Safeco. That's $190. And then on the 15th, I have tuition that's due for $50. And then on the 26th, I have my Adobe for $16. And last but not least, I'm gonna have my rent due. And normally I budget like $860 because the utilities is paid with rent. But I went over for February. I was over budget because my utilities are higher than I expected. So for this month, I'm gonna budget $900 just to be extra sure, because my gas bill is really, really high and I haven't figured out why yet. Gonna get to the bottom of that, but to be safe, I am going to increase the budget on that by $40. So next in my book, I do have a dashboard, but I'm not going to fill it out on camera with you. I do track like my snowball and stuff in here. And then here is my sinking funds and cash envelopes tracking page, which I do think I'm going to update. I think I really want to change the layout on this. And then my debt tracker, which is for the end of the month. So here it is, the monthly budget page. And I'm gonna zoom in so that you can get a better look here. So March is gonna be really fun because I have a very inflated budget to work with. I have a lot more income to work with than I did over the holidays. So I am estimating a worst case budget of $3,000. And this is gonna give me a lot of wiggle room for saving in my sinking funds, which I am going to ramp up a lot more of my saving for now because my position at work is a little unstable. So while the extra cash from my job is flowing in, I'm just gonna save it for what I think is important. But before we can figure out what I'm gonna save, let's figure out what I am obligated to pay in my fixed expenses. So we are starting out with $3,000 budgets, and then I have my credit card, I have Sprint, I have Safeco, I have tuition, I have my Adobe, and I have rent. And there is one expense that isn't showing up for March, and it's my Spotify. So March's Spotify was paid out of February's budget, and April's Spotify will be paid out of April's budget. So I don't have any Spotify to pay for this month. So again, less bills for this month and more income. So 190 and then 50. And then 16 and then 900. So I have my calculator. Let's go ahead and add these up. So we have $1,233 of fixed expenses out of a $3,000 starting budget. So $1,767. So that means they did comprise of less than half of my income. So that's always good. So, and it's not gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out. And okay, so now you can see. So my cash envelopes that I use, I have an allowance, I have gas, grocery, I have eating out, laundry, and pets. And so let's start off with allowance. I am going to give myself an allowance of $100. because so my birthday is April 1st, so I know leading up to my birthday I'm gonna want to get myself some nice things. So normally I budget $80 for a month, so about $20 a week, and this puts me at $25 a week, or I'm probably just gonna take it and buy myself like a nice pair of shoes or something. And then gas, I'm gonna do $60 for gas because I will only be doing a moderate amount of driving in March. For grocery, I am gonna do $200, and for eating out, I'm also gonna do $200. So originally I was actually gonna go home and only have like my local stores, but I do have to come back to New York for a week at some point, so I do want to make sure I have enough money for food in both categories. And what I had budgeted for February was just like a little tight, so here is a little bit more wiggle room for me on that. And for laundry, I'm gonna do 60. And for pet, I'm gonna do 80. And my pet expenses have increased from before, but I am feeding my cat wet food and a higher quality of wet food, so it is an investment in his health. So let's go ahead and total these up. So that comes out to $700, which is a lot of money for variable expenses. That might be the highest I've ever budgeted for, but I'm like halfway living in a high cost area right now. So I think it's justified, but I should think I would have something left over off of that. We'll see. So if we have, okay, that's even. So that's going to be 1,067. I almost reached for the calculator for that. Let's see. So we have $1,067, and that's moving into sinking funds. And I probably should stuff all of them. I think it would be wise to see how much I was planning on my snowball, actually. I think March was going to be a high snowball month. Yeah, it was going to be 500. So let's account for that first. So let's fit the 500 in out of 1,067. So we'll have 567 to save between sinking funds and month ahead. Yeah, I can make that work. So my sinking funds are car maintenance, home, medical, personal, which includes things like clothing and beauty and stuff, and then phone, and then vet. So I have like 567 to work with. I have 6 sinking funds, but I don't want to put 100 in each of them anyway. I'll put 100 in the ones that are really important to me. So car maintenance and then medical, we gotta really get back up on that. Personal, I'll put up in phone. So that leaves us 1, 2, 3, so 400. And then why don't we put 60 in home and 40 in vet, and then that'll give us 500 in sinking funds. 567, and then 500 for the snowball, which leaves 67 to put towards the month ahead account, previously known as bills checking, but that's the month ahead. AHEAD, yes. 67, and that's going to zero out my monthly budget there. So here it is, guys. Here is my completed monthly estimated budget for the month of March 2021. And if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'd also love to see you leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you're not already following me on my journey, I would love to see you subscribe down below, and also follow me on Instagram at PlanWithKay to get caught up in between videos. And I hope to see you in the next video. Peace out.